Welcome to this presentation, which is about the research into second language acquisition, dissemination of results and impact. I'm Dr. Mable Chen, the representative of HAAL, Hong Kong Association for Applied Linguistics. So in this presentation, I'm going to first present two research questions. They are two main questions I'm interested in. And how I set about investigating these two research questions. And I will explain how the research is made accessible to students. And finally, suggest what the social impact of my research is. Because nowadays we are always talking about impact, right? So what is the social impact of my research? So this is the first research question I'm interested in. Specifically, what is the most effective way of teaching business English or workplace English? So I investigate this question through an analysis of learners' needs and also a genre analysis. Now, this is a project funded by Scholar Standing Committee on Language Education and Research. I got about 900,000 Hong Kong dollars. So this is a project called Community Techniques of Chinese Professionals in Hong Kong. So I use this as an example to share with you what I did to examine the needs, communicative needs of Chinese professionals in Hong Kong. So the study involved 162 Chinese professionals in Hong Kong. I collected both quantitative data and qualitative data. In terms of quantitative data, participants had to fill in a questionnaire survey, and 66 of them were also interviewed by my team regarding some questions related to the questionnaire. So these are some major findings of the study. The top 5 written communicative needs, they are replies to inquiries, inquiry messages, goodwill messages, memos, and negative messages. The top 3 spoken communicative needs include telephone conversations, presentations, and small talk. The top 5 ESM users include WhatsApp, Facebook, YouTube, WeChat, and Instagram. Now, but the study was conducted before the pandemic. So that's why the result might be very different now after the pandemic. And this may be the gap that we can further work on. So the study also examined factors considered important in communication. So as you can see from this table, there are different factors regarded as important for spoken communication. There are also other factors regarded as important for written communication. So I'm going to give you details in the coming slides. So what are the factors considered the most important in spoken communication? So understanding the target audience is regarded as the most important in spoken communication, specifically understanding the expectations, the requirements, or the needs of the target audience. So as you can see from the mean, so this is the Likert scale from 1 to 5, 1 indicating not important at all, 5 very important. So as you can see from the mean, understanding of what the audience expects, requires, and needs is regarded as the most important. The second most important factor is the use of nonverbal means of communication, specifically confidence. So the mean is 4.41. Persuasiveness is the third most important factor, 4.17. For content, including relevant information is considered the most important. So these are all the different components of content, and including relevant information, including only necessary information, including information to seek attention initially, including information to maintain interest, use of visual aids. So among these 5 components, First one, including relevant information, is regarded as the most important. 4.46. Language use is regarded as the least important among other factors in spoken communication. And choice of word is considered the most important, while accent is considered least important. 4.22. All right, so how about the factors regarded as most important in written communication? Now, for written communication, language use and structure are regarded as the most important factors. For language use, choice of words and the use of a variety of sentence structures have the highest meaning. As you can see, 4.47. For structure, the most important concerns how to make the text coherent, 4.33. The second most important factor is understanding the target audience, specifically understanding what they expect and require. The overall mean is 4.52. The third most important factor is persuasiveness, 4.2. So in terms of the least important factor, according to the participants, is cultural differences. The mean is 3.86. So according to the participants, the following are topics, the areas which need to be covered in a business English course. First one is about language proficiency, mainly in writing, like grammar, vocabulary, sentence structures, etc. Conciseness and to the point written communication that can make the readers understand what they mean. So conciseness, how to write in a more concise way. And how to start, how to continue, and end small talk, especially considering different cultures and audiences. Negotiation skills and persuasiveness, especially in spoken communication. Yeah, so these are the topics and areas need to be covered according to the Chinese participants. So based on the findings collected, we can develop some insights regarding what we can do to design business English courses. So number one is about the use of authentic examples. And that is about the use of updated research findings. So when we teach business English, we need to be research informed. So for example, intertextuality in workplace communication, emerging trends such as the use of enterprise social media, use of relevant information. So students have to be given the information representative of the target language use context. Genre-based instruction. Yeah, so these are some findings used to design business English courses. All right, so I briefly introduced the Scholar project I worked on, and now I'm going to talk about another study. So just now I mentioned, besides needs analysis, I also conducted genre analysis. So this is another study I would like to introduce to you. I collected some persuasive messages, specifically sales correspondence, invitation messages, and charity messages, and then I did some analysis. First one is about move structure analysis. So using Bartier model. So I would like to know how the move structures may be different or may be similar for sales correspondence, invitation messages, and charity messages. So you can see a headline, establish credentials, introducing the offer. So for sales correspondence, it's about introducing the offer. For invitation messages, it's about introducing the event. For charity messages, it's about introducing the course, right? Offering incentives, increasing documents, soliciting response, using pressure tactics, and ending politely. So for all three different types of specific messages, And you can see the differences and similarities, right? So for example, number 3 seems to be the core move, introducing the offer. And headline is also common, right? 72% for sales correspondence, 96.5% for invitation messages, 86.3% for charity messages. Okay, so let me give you further details. Now, 3 core moves are found in all 3 types of persuasive messages. They are headline. So over 80% of the persuasive texts collected have headlines. Introducing the offer, event or course 100%, and also soliciting response over 75%. So these are the 3 core moves common in these 3 types of persuasive messages, including sales correspondence, invitation messages, and charity messages. Now, there are other moves that are significant in one type of persuasive message, but not so in another one. For example, offering incentives is significant in sales correspondence, 57.8%, but not in the other 2. While ending politely is only significant in invitation messages. Establishing credentials seems to be